At 50 years old, Preta Gil passed away due to complications from colorectal cancer, a type of cancer that is becoming more common but is easily treatable. Preta Gil felt several signs that something was wrong, but she ignored these warnings and the disease eventually became uncontrollable. Starting at age 45, you need to be very attentive so you don't also become a victim of this disease. Hello family, welcome to another video here on our channel. Intestinal cancer is becoming more and more common. It's dangerous, but it gives very specific signs and can be easily removed if discovered in time. What are these signs? Did you know that checking the toilet after a bowel movement can save you from a serious illness? And what about specific tests, the treatments? We're going to talk about all of that in our video today. So go ahead and leave your like on this video. Your thumbs up is very important for my work. Don't forget to share this video as well. It can save many lives, so send it to your group. My friends, don't forget to visit my website. On my website, you'll find all the supplements I use and recommend and the ones you always ask me about. Moacir, which is the best magnesium. What is the right dose of vitamin D, which is the best omega-3. Everything, including my supplement list and courses, is on my website. My other socials are at www.drmoacir.com.br. Preta Gil passed away very young, and this tragedy could have been avoided. She herself stated that she was experiencing intestinal changes, but she ignored these signs, and unfortunately, the disease progressed. Sadly, intestinal cancer is becoming increasingly common. So, if you're over 45 years old, watch this video until the end. Because I'm going to talk about the signs that this disease gives right at the beginning and can be easily treated. I'm also going to talk about the tests that can detect this disease very early, what's causing so many cases, how to prevent it, and of course the treatments. So, let's get started. The signs. If you suddenly start frequently experiencing intestinal upset or constipation, it's a change in your bowel habits. Something is wrong. So, if you're over 45 years old or have cases of colorectal cancer in your family, that's already a warning sign. Blood in the stool. After a bowel movement, you noticed reddish toilet water, which may indicate blood. Another classic sign. Of course, abdominal pain, that cramping. You weren't used to feeling cramps or abdominal pain, and now it's happening frequently. It's also a sign that something is wrong with your intestines. You suddenly feel fatigue. Of course, fatigue is a very non-specific symptom, but when it's associated with the ones I mentioned, it draws even more attention because you might be losing blood in your stool, and with that, your ferritin drops and you end up feeling fatigued. Unexplained weight loss is another classic sign that something is wrong with your intestine. So if you have 2 or 3 of these signs, pay close attention. Especially after the age of 45 or 50. Say goodbye to poop. Don't we teach children when they're little to flush and say goodbye to poop? You need to learn to observe the toilet after you have a bowel movement. Have you ever heard of the Bristol scale? It defines different stool shapes and identifies the most suitable ones, which is that sausage shape. An image will appear on your screen, that sausage shape or that more elongated shape. These 2 shapes mean that your bowel is functioning well. If it's liquid stool or those little pellets, it draws attention. And of course, you'll observe the color of the water to see if it's not reddish, to check if you're not losing blood in your stool. Moacir, I have some of these signs. My stool isn't normal. What should I do? Well, the most common tests to detect problems in the intestine are the fecal occult blood tests. The most common one is the colonoscopy. You get a colonoscopy to identify polyps. Polyps are benign formations. These polyps can develop into adenocarcinoma. So if you detected the polyps through the colonoscopy, you go there and remove the polyps. Problem solved. The disease won't get worse. You can also choose a colonography, which is a computed tomography scan. It's less invasive. Many people are reluctant to get a colonoscopy. I also have some reservations about it. In fact, it's not a pleasant exam. Colonography is an option. But unfortunately, not every insurance covers it. I don't know what the SUS policy is regarding this. You need either a colonoscopy or a colonography. At what age should you start, Moacir? The protocols are setting the age younger and younger due to the poor diet we have been having. It went from 55 to 50 and now it's 45 years old. Starting at age 45, you need to have a colonoscopy or a colonography. And how often should this be done, Moacir? Well, the protocols say every 10 years. So if you had a colonoscopy or colonography at 45, you have to repeat it at 55. That's quite a long time. If you have a family history, like your grandfather had colon cancer, your grandmother, your aunt, your brother, your mother, your father, then the frequency decreases to every 3 to 5 years. Pay close attention to this, it's important. Yes, this disease also has a genetic factor, although the biggest problem is the causes that I'm going to talk about now. Poor diet. Wow. First, alcohol abuse, right? I don't even need to mention it here. Alcohol abuse harms nearly all aspects of your health, including your intestines. Tobacco abuse, smoking, and vaping are no less harmful than cigarettes, my friends. In fact, they're even worse. If you like those vapes, those modern electronic cigarettes, be very careful, okay? They're also terrible for your gut. And of course, a diet based on processed foods. If you eat a lot of processed foods, right? With a lot. Based on sugar on these white flours, right? These refined flours, hydrogenated oils, all that junk. If you like that kind of junk, you might even enjoy it, but your gut doesn't, okay? It increases the chance of polyp formation. The nitrosamines that are present in processed meats, right? Smoked meats, sausage, hot dogs, bologna, right? There's a lot of nitrosamine, and nitrosamine is known to be carcinogenic, especially for colon cancer, right? It stimulates the formation of these polyps. So, pay close attention. You need a diet richer in fiber. Your bacteria need fiber. That's what feeds your bacteria. It's plant fibers. It's through them that good bacteria proliferate and prevent the action of bad bacteria. It reduces your inflammation, decreases your leaky gut permeability, and produces short-chain triglycerides, acetate, propionate, butyrate, which are extremely important for protecting enterocytes, the cells of our intestine. So it's very important, even before you worry about this, to focus on prevention. Because a more natural diet will prevent not only this disease, but many others as well. A good diet is the key to good health. I had the medical exam and it revealed polyps. Well, the doctor will probably ask for the polyps to be removed and will do a biopsy. In most cases, the problem ends there, okay? Polyps are benign forms if it turns out to be adenocarcinoma, Moacir unfortunately. The polyp advanced and became an adenocarcinoma. The removal will also be done, surgery will be performed, you will probably undergo chemotherapy, and you will probably undergo radiotherapy. A cure is still possible. That's why it's important, my friends. The earlier you detect this disease, the greater your chance of being cured. Don't do like Preta Gil, don't ignore the signs, don't ignore the symptoms. And what if you're over 45? Just to reinforce, don't forget to get a colonoscopy or colonography, my friends, my website, okay? On my website. As I said, it has all the supplements I use and recommend. Everything is there on my website. My courses are there. My other social networks. Don't forget to visit my website. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, it doesn't cost anything, my friends. It's free. Just click subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and make sure to select all. I hope this video was helpful for you. I ask you to share it because it may seem like simple information, but many people don't know about it. And this information really can save many lives, okay? I'll be waiting for you in our next conversation, my friends. See you then.